Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. We've got a lot to talk about in this video, including an uncensored game coming to Steam. Yes, after all the turmoil that's been going on, and I've been covering this pretty in-depth because I thought it was a very interesting topic and to see how it played out. And looks like for those of you that want some uncensored stuff on Steam, if you want that good old stuff, that'll be coming, and it'll be coming very soon. Now, these types of games I'm not very interested in, but I think it's a pretty good idea of where Valve is taking the entirety of Steam and the picture of Steam going into the future. I know they want Steam to have a broader appeal, and you would think that to have a broader appeal, you would be stripping away content like this, but no, they're actually adding it to Steam, so that's pretty cool. So I'll be going over that. On top of that, we've got a release date for a highly anticipated Japanese RPG, at least by myself. Not a lot of people cover PC JRPGs, so I thought I would give that game some light and why I'm so excited for it. It's actually a definitive edition of a game that's been out for quite a while, but we're going to be talking about that, and I want to round out the video by taking a look at some pretty good PC hardware deals available right now. There haven't been a ton of great hardware deals, so you guys haven't seen a formal top 5 deals videos, but when there are a few good deals, I'll just throw them onto one of these videos, so more on that at the end. First, let's talk about uncensored games coming to Steam. Darker Studios have put out a tweet saying, quote, "Steam have given the official thumbs up. Negaly Love Stories will be releasing this Friday 100% uncensored on Steam." Now, I have no interest in these types of games. For some reason, you'll see them all the time on Steam, and I'm just thinking, yo, get this stuff away from me. I am not interested in this, but guess what? There is an audience that really enjoys these types of games, and to strip these games away or to release them in their censored forms, that was kind of whack. And if people want to play these games, if people want to drop money and buy these games, if there are people that are employed developing these games and producing these games, and there's way for Steam to give them more revenue, then by all means, it's a win for every party involved, including myself, because guess what? These people that want to play these games are going to go ahead and download Steam. They might buy these games, they might buy other games on Steam. The more people on Steam, the more revenue that is being put towards Steam and PC gaming. That's better for everybody involved, even if I'm personally not interested in these games. I understand the overall ramifications of having all of these kinds of games on Steam, and I understand why it's important, and for a lot of people, having uncensored games on Steam, that is a big step. I mean, we've had games with a lot of nudity before on Steam, but Steam has been seemingly stepping away from that a little bit and putting more boundaries on some games. But considering Negaly Love Stories will be coming 100% uncensored this Friday on Steam, it looks like we've got all the issues ironed out, and if you're excited for the game, well, guess what? You'll be able to play it this Friday, so that's pretty cool. Moving on from that, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition is set for a PC release on January 11, 2019. It's also coming to a bunch of other platforms, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. It'll also be hitting PC, and PC has been really making waves in the JRPG market, especially with the Tales of franchise. We got Tales of Vesperia, we have Tales of Symphonia on there, and of course we have the excellent Tales of Berseria. But my personal favorite game in the entire Tales of franchise is this game. Tales of Vesperia is such a good game, but now finally in 2019 we will be getting Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. And why I like this game so much opposed to every other Tales of games, I mean, I generally like all the Tales of games, but Vesperia holds a special place in my heart. First of all, there is so much content to this game, even more so than Berseria or Zestiria. This game is like a legitimate 60 to 70 hour experience. Second of all, I think the characters of this game, while Berseria had some good characters, I think Vesperia has it beat. The main character in Yuri is one of the best male main characters you are ever going to see in any video game, especially a JRPG. With a lot of Japanese RPGs, you'll see these whack main characters that are hardly relatable, and sorry to say, they're just absolute beta males. They act like beta males, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if JRPG developers just think that's the type of character that players can relate with. Well, that's not the type of player I can relate with. That's not the type of player I want to play as. I want to play as a badass like Yuri, who is the main character in Vesperia, who just doesn't give a crap about anything, and he's a super chill main character. You guys are gonna see, if you're into JRPGs and you check this game out, you'll see why I think he's such an awesome main character compared to games like even The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Cold Steel. I recently played that and I thoroughly enjoyed those games. However, the main character did absolutely nothing for me, where with Tales of Vesperia, I think the main character is somebody that a lot of people can really appreciate and enjoy. But that's my opinion. I've always hated the majority of main characters in Japanese RPGs. I just think Vesperia is different in that regard, and this definitive edition, of course, will be an improved version. We're gonna have all of the content in that PlayStation 3 release, so that is great, and we'll be getting a January 11th, a little bit after than the original 2018 timetable, but still not too much after, and we've got so many games to play this holiday season that that's not too big of a deal. Unfortunately, it does come out just a few weeks before Kingdom Hearts 3, but Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't coming to PC right away. So when you're looking for a JRPG in January, this is the one to buy. It's going to be really, really good. Lastly, I do want to take a look at a couple of good PC hardware deals. Over on Newegg, you can pick up the Corsair Vengeance 16GB to 8GB DDR4 3000 MHz RAM. It's listed at $165, but you can use a promo code that I believe takes it down $150. Yes, $150 flat. And for 16GB of RAM of this quality, that is quite good. I know dropping $150 on 16 gigs of RAM is still quite steep, but that's really the price you gotta pay in 2018, which is unfortunate, even more so than GPUs. I see the majority of you guys complaining about RAM prices these days, and it is what it is. However, 16GB has become more and more of a necessity, especially with a lot of the higher end games. You can still get by with 8GB of RAM, but I think if you're really trying to build that upper middle or higher end build, you really should look at 16GB of RAM, or just keep the door open into getting 16GB after you build your PC, because it is really going to end up paying dividends. And lastly, over at Micro Center, I know a lot of you guys have started college. Well, they've actually gotten some student coupon offers, and specifically, you can save $50 or $100 on various monitors and gaming monitors. There are a lot of good options. You could just get the coupon. I believe you will need a student email, so bear that in mind. But yeah, I know the majority of you guys watching my videos, you might have been in high school when you started watching my videos, but at this point, maybe you're in college, maybe you've always been in college, maybe you've got a buddy that's in college. It's not that hard to find a friend that is currently a student. I'm pretty sure the majority of my viewers are either one, or they have a friend or relative that is one, so this should be super easy to take advantage of. I'll put a link to both of those in the description box down below, and that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Again, we're getting an uncensored game on Steam. While I'm not super interested in it, Negally Love Stories will be coming this Friday, and it's a very big step in the right direction in my eyes. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, while it won't be coming this Friday, we do have a release for that, January 11, 2019. That's gonna be a really good JRPG. If you're into Japanese RPGs, I'm telling you, you gotta keep that one on your radar. And lastly, like I mentioned, 16GB of RAM, and if you're a student, you could take advantage of some good monitor deals. Those will be in the description box down below. That's gonna conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. This video is sponsored by scdkeys.com. They've got great deals on all kinds of games as well as PC software. Specifically, they've got Windows 10 Pro OEM for just $14, so if you go on their site, type in Windows 10, you'll find it available right now. You can buy it, and you can take advantage of the promo code CM1 to save an additional 10%, so you'll be getting it a little bit cheaper. You can decide on your method of payment, check out, and bam, there you go. Now you've got Windows 10 a little bit cheaper. You can also use the code CM2 on games to save 3%, so take advantage of that as well.